was a time when lonely men would wander through this land, rolling aimlessly along. So many times I've heard of their sad story, written in the words of dead men's songs. Down through the years, many men have yearned for freedom. Some found it only on the open road. So many tears of blood have filled around them, 'cause you can't always do what you are told. Please tell me where have our hobos gone to? I see no fire burning down by the rusty railroad track. Could it be that time has gone and left him tied up in life's eternal traveler's sack? Last Sunday night, I wrote a letter to my loved one. I signed my name and knew I had stayed away too long. There was a time when my heart was free to wander, and I remember as I sang this hobo song. Please tell me where have all the hobos gone to? I see no fire burning down by the rusty railroad track. Could it be that time is gone and left them tied up in life's eternal traveling sack? Tied up in life's eternal traveling sack.
Well, good evening, folks. My name's Tyler Westcott. Good to see you. And welcome to Roots Music Wednesday, episode 2. Thank you so much for tuning in last week. I did the songs of Bessie Smith and featured Pausa Art House. And you can go and check that out. That's archived on the page, and I think it'll be there for quite a while. And thanks to my guests last week, Lazara and Dr. Jazz. Thanks for being on the show. This week we're celebrating the genius of John Prine, one of the widely recognized as one of the most influential songwriters of all time. And we're doing a venue spotlight on the Waterhole in Saranac Lake, one of my favorite places that I've stopped at on tour with Folk Faces, and played solo as well. Special guest tonight, we're going to get Mr. Eric Munley on the phone later, and he's a member of the Blind Owl Band and the co-owner of the Waterhole. And we have another super secret special guest as well. But I'll start right off with a song, and thanks so much for joining me. Cheers. I'm having a little White Russian. I didn't have any ginger ale, so vodka and whatever else we'll have to do. But gonna start off with a tune off of John Prine's debut album. I think it came out in 1971, self-titled. called Your Flag Decal Won't Get You Into Heaven Anymore. Well, digest and Reader's Digest in the back of a dirty bookstore. A plastic flag come on the back, fell down on the floor. Well, I picked it up and I ran outside and put it on the window shield. If I could see old Betsy Ross, I'd tell her just how I feel. Your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. You're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Christmas club and get 20,000 flags for free. But I didn't mess around, and I took him up on what he said. I stuck them all over my car and one on my wife's forehead. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. You're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. And Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I got my window shields full of those flags I couldn't see, and I ran my car off on the curb and up into a tree. By the time they got the doctor down, I was already dead. But I'll never understand why the man at the pearly gates, he said, your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. They're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. All right, here's another one off of that album. I'm gonna try my new guitar out, and it's tuned low, and I'm gonna capo it high. Kind of silly, but you know, I like the key it was in originally, and it sounds a little janky, but I'm a little janky myself. Had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta like living there. It's been a few years since the kids have grown, a life of their own, left us all alone. John and Linda live in Omaha. Joe is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War. Still don't know what for. Doesn't matter anymore. You know, old trees just grow stronger. Old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. Me and Loretta don't talk much more. She sits and stares through the back door screen. All the news just repeats itself like a forgotten dream that we've both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy. Work together in the factory. But what would I say when he asks what's new? Nothing, what's with you? Nothing much to do. You know, old trees just grow stronger. Old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people, they just grow lonesome. Wait for someone to say hello in there, hello. So if you're walking down the street sometime and you spot some hollow anxious eyes, please don't just pass them by as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello. Hello in there. Hello out there. How are you, everybody? It's good to be back. I'm doing this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'll be playing a different artist, the music of a different artist, and talking about a venue or a small business that has helped me out over the years. And if you're just tuning in, this week we're doing the music of John Prine and featuring the Waterhole. And yeah, John Prine was like everyone's cool uncle, and he just passed away recently, and you could feel a huge hit to the entire music community, music of all kinds, really. You know, he country and blues and bluegrass, and everybody loved John Prine. And John Prine was born in Maywood, Illinois, October 10th, 1946, 2 days away from my birthday. He served in the Army. He served in West Germany, and during like the Vietnam War times, and spent 5 years working as a mailman when he came back. They credit Chris Christopherson with discovering him. He was a big part of the Chicago folk scene, folk revival, and they say that Steve Goodman told Chris Christopherson to go see John Prine. And man, just think about that. 3 incredible songwriters. You know, one told the other one to go see John Prine. It's just funny to me. He wrote a wonderful mixture of humorous lyrics and kind of melancholic, sad, serious songs, songs of, you know, protests and topical nature, and you know, social commentary, and just he wrote about the human condition and love and loss and pain and you know, just and every day, and you know, kind of a personal songwriter. And yeah, he was an inspiration to many people. One thing that I found out when I was doing a little research about him was that he wrote the song "You Never Even Called Me by My Name," which I know by David Allan Coe, and it was co-written by John Prine and Goodman. And some people have said that that's the greatest country song ever written, because it's got, you know, it features a line about mama and trains and getting drunk in prison. But yeah, it surprised me to find out that he wrote that song too, which was pretty cool. I'm gonna do a song about a place he would visit with his family as a kid in the summertime. And this is one of the ones I heard early on, and one of my favorite ones. And it's kind of got a theme of ecology to it, you know. But This one's called Paradise, and when he passed away, as per his instructions in this song, they spread some of his ashes in the Green River. But here goes. Child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky where my parents were born. There's a backwards old town that I often remember so many times that the memories are warm. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. Sometimes we float right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison by Adrian Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols, and empty pop bottles was all we would give. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. Company came with the world's largest shovel. They tortured timber and they stripped all the land. They dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, and they rolled it all down as progress began. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. My soul rolled up to Rochester down, be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy, won't take me back to Muhlenberg County down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. Mr. Peabody's coal train just hauled it away. Oh, well, thank you, folks. I'm going to come check some of those comments and get the phone going and call Mr. Eric Munley, I think. It's about time. It's a little early, but I'm going to come and check some of those comments and see what you folks are saying real quick. Let me know how it sounds. Let me know where you're watching from. And hey, how's it going, everybody? What's everybody saying? Hello? Hello, Carol. Hello, Missy. What's up? What's up, Jesse? How are you, buddy? Airport B-side, what's going on? Can't wait to get back and play some music over there. Arlene, how are you? Arlene Horgan, shouts up. What's up, Paul? What's up, Paul? Hello from Scranton. Oh, hey, Maria. Oh, man, I was so looking forward to that show. I'm so glad that it got rescheduled. I can't wait to come and play for all the folks down in Scranton. I was so excited about that, and I'm so glad it's going to be happening again. Oh, man. Yeah, that's right, Susie Jackson. What's up, Kiki? How are you? Yeah, isn't that wild, Susie? I never knew that he wrote that song, you know, but the perfect country song. He wrote it, you know. He wrote so many good songs, and I know I'm going to disappoint some folks today because I'm not going to play their favorite one, but you know what, when you are choosing artists like I'm choosing for these Wednesdays, it's almost impossible to, you know, they have such a wild catalog, you know, of stuff, and it would just take me so long. Hey, thanks, Brian. Hey, Sam in Saranac Lake, shouts out. West Virginia, I miss West Virginia too. Thanks so much, folks. Oh, those are Hans's folks. How's it going? Schenectady, what up? How are ya? Well, cheers, everybody. I'm having a White Russian. Hey, in Saranac Lake, how's it going? Hey, Rachel. The hula, do the hula hand shuffle. Going to hula hands. Hey, from Quentin. Oh, what's up, little man? Well, I hope you're all having a decent quar out there. Cheers, Jackson. Yeah, I miss everybody quite a bit. As you know, everybody does. Everybody's a little bit bummed out by this whole thing, but we're going to get through it, you know, and can I do everybody? What does that mean? Is that a song, everybody? This sound is really good this week. Oh, good. I see. I tried a new, you know, location. I'm upstairs instead of downstairs. I'm actually further away from the router, so I did a little test earlier on my personal page, and yeah, so I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I played a little bit of John Prine on the record player before I started. That was a hobo song off of Bruised Orange, and yeah, so thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Next week, oh, thanks. The artwork, I did that when I was in high school in Kevin Raymond's class. Thanks so much. And you got some Riley Smiley pieces up here, and then I don't know, a photo of a train, and that's an R. Crumb right there from the jalopy from the East River. Well, the Henpecked Husbands, actually. But thanks, Eileen. Glad you dig the artwork. Hunkered down, doing great. Good to see you. We're drinking wine, enjoying your music. Thanks so much. Almost like I'm at the cheese. Almost like you're at the cheese. That's right, Jackson. Yeah, every Wednesday I would be at Nietzsches from 6 to 8 o'clock. Oh, you made it to 1. What's up, Michaela? How are you? You two hanging in there? Good to virtually hear from you. What's up? So yeah, every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, I'm going to be doing this. It's called Roots Music Wednesday, and I just figured it would be best to have a set time when you could find me instead of just doing sporadic streams, throughout the week and just being, so, try to get a little bit better of an audience. And, sometimes it's funny that you get more tips on some of these virtual gigs than you do at some of the other gigs. But, that's not always completely true. But hello, Ezra. Thanks for being a guest on the show last week. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to dance. Thank you for doing this. No problem. I love doing it. I miss playing music for everybody. But yeah, so last week I did the music of Bessie Smith and talked about How's the Art House. This week we are doing the music of John Prine and talking about the Waterhole. And next week I'm going to be doing the music of Blaze Foley and Townes Van Zandt, and talking about Nietzsches and yeah. So I'm gonna do a venue spotlight each week, play some songs from the artist, do a couple of short phone interviews with people every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So this week we got Eric Munley coming up. I'm gonna call him on the phone. And so Eric is the owner of the Waterhole, who we're actually talking about today. Oh, it's backwards, but yeah, the Waterhole. I'm rocking their gear right now. And oh man, I just saw a child put a bottle in the street, a plastic bottle, I guess he's gonna watch it get run over or something. What is going on out there? Anyways, I'm gonna call Eric Munley up, and he's a good buddy, and he owns a place called the Waterhole up in Saranac Lake in the Adirondacks, and it's 2 floors of party time. It is a cool ass place, man. They got a pool table downstairs and a jukebox and a little bar, and then upstairs they got a full-fledged. I am indeed drinking a White Russian. Very notice. How'd you notice? But yeah, upstairs they got a full-on music venue, and all kinds of people play there. Everybody plays there. Donna the Buffalo has played there. Folk Faces has played there many times. Yeah, and usually during this time of year, they would be hosting an event called Party on the Patio. And basically the whole town comes out to this thing, and they have a band on the patio, and it goes until like midnight or so, and it is just such a fun party, and people are wild up there, and yeah, shouts out to Saranac Lake and all the people up there and all the wild party animals I've met and hung out with up there. Lots of good friends up there. Love you folks, and yeah, I love playing at the Waterhole. I love playing Party on the Patio. I love playing the Winter Carnival. So there's a thing in the wintertime called Winter Carnival, and it's this 100-plus-year-old festival. People were getting so depressed up in the Adirondacks, there was nothing to do, that they would just have an ice festival. And, so there's all these, like, ice games. They make an ice castle, and there's a parade with a different theme each year, and there's music all week long, and 2 weekends and all week between, and it is just so fun. And I highly recommend the Winter Carnival. I think it's usually in February, but I've been to maybe 2 or 3 of them. I think I've played at 3 Winter Carnivals, and it is just such a wonderful time. And the Waterhole is a wonderful venue, and attached is a link to support the Waterhole. It's a tough time all over for small businesses, for bars and venues and restaurants and musicians and people who work in those industries, and we appreciate all the people who are still at working, and who are essential. Shout out to all the people who work at grocery stores and keep food on the shelves, and shout out to the healthcare professionals who are on the front lines. But yeah, basically it's freezed out everything for music venues and people who bring bands and bring the joy, and bars and stuff. So if you can support the Waterhole, check out that link. It's I think it's a GoFundMe link, and I think another thing you could do to support them is to buy some merchandise. They have some nice merchandise, and yeah, and we can also find out because we're gonna call Eric Munley. Why don't we call him up right now and see what he's doing? It's a little early, but I told him 7:30, but I think it'll be fine. Let's see. Old trees, they just grow stronger. Old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people, they just grow lonesome. Man, I love that song. Should I say his number on the live stream so you can all call him? That's what I did almost to Lazarus last week, like a dingbat. So, hey, is this Tyler Westcott?
Oh, is this Eric Munley?
Yeah, it is Eric Munley. How are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
Not bad. So, inside joke to all those folks out there, we kind of look alike, and a lot of people have commented on this. We've even posed as each other before. But how are you, Eric? And welcome to the live stream. And I miss you, and I love you. What's going on, bud?
Miss you too, brother. We're hanging in there. Trying to enjoy the slower pace of times right now, and trying to keep our heads up with all the bad news that continues to come in and such.
Yeah, you seem like you stay pretty busy, so it's kind of be tough for you to kind of stay, immobile.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I still have plenty to do. I still have plenty of work to do. Not like I'm getting paid for it or anything, but
sure.
Being a small business owner in New York, it's something to become accustomed to, and being a musician in New York, it's something become accustomed to. So
yeah,
staying busy and dealing.
Folks, can you hear Eric all right? Let me know in the comments if you can hear his voice. I think you can, but anyways, how's Denzel? Denzel's Eric's dog, everybody.
Denzel's doing good.
Nice.
He's been, I think quarantine's really good for dogs. I think
sure is.
Happy
yeah, I think you're right.
There's no breaks from their parents, and there's no 10 hours apart.
Yeah.
For shows and stuff.
Yeah. Butters is definitely confused. Why don't you leave? But basically, I just got a couple questions. Thanks for doing this with me, and yeah, man. So tell me a little bit about the Waterhole. Basically, tell me how did you happen to start owning the place? What is a little bit of the history, and what's your mission statement for the place? What are you trying to do with the Waterhole? And I know that's a lot of questions, but just like a general, give me a little background about it,
Yeah. So pretty much since I turned 21, the Waterhole was a part of my life. The previous owner lived behind me, and so I started doing things like street teaming and trade for getting in for free shows. Later became a janitor and started booking music. And then when the place went under, I was approached to potentially take it over, and was able to. And so I'm the fourth owner of the Waterhole. Waterhole is celebrating 50 years. Actually, it turned 50 4 days ago.
Wow, congrats.
So, sort of went unnoticed due to these times, but just hit 50. And so, I was pulled in to the Waterhole, in a large sense because Blind Owl Band started touring from here. And so I started getting involved in the music scene and started booking music. And then just started to identify it with it more. It was a big part in the Blind Owl Band becoming who we were, and coming from a really small town and having a venue to invite other people to play with us, etc. Was a huge help, and it really made Saranac possible as a spot to have a band be from. And I've owned it for 4 years now, and our mission statement would be we're creating a music venue that is for the people and for the musicians, and hosting everybody from, hospitality-wise, welcoming spirit, and then also the highest quality of sound. We have an amazing sound guy, Derek Forrest.
Shout out to Derek.
Yeah, big shout out to Derek. And, we want it to be a music venue for the people and for musicians. And it's our business and livelihood. But, we do it for the love of it. And to bring culture to an area. I mean, we come from a town of 5,000 people, and our town is the largest town in any direction for at least 2 hours.
Yeah, man.
So it's could be a real cultural black hole, but we try to bring a lot of culture here and make it a roadhouse for touring musicians all around the country.
Well, man, it definitely is all of those things, and that's so cool. Did you say you were a janitor there for?
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
My first job, I traded beer and tickets and put up posters.
So you really worked your way up, man. You really did it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, it is definitely for the people, man. We always feel so at home there, and it's such a great place, and the people are great, and the sound is always great. And yeah, man, I'm glad you took that over, and happy 50 years, man. I know you ain't been there the whole time, but but that's a pretty cool thing for anything, and substantial, absolutely. But yeah, so check out the Blind Owl Band, folks, if you haven't. And it's cool that you had the Waterhole, and I feel like that must have helped with the getting the following that you guys have. You guys travel tirelessly, but that must have been cool to have that kind of home base to come back to.
Yeah, absolutely. And being able to book music here and sort of learn both sides of the business, I think, helped us out.
Yeah.
You know, we had to do everything ourselves, learn the business ourselves to get going, and being in an area where there's not many music professionals, it can be a tricky thing. It was just, you know, sort of a foot in the door, and it's certainly been there for us.
Oh man, well, I have so many great memories there, and some blurry ones too. But if you had to, you know, I know it's hard to say favorite anything, but like if you had to like pick a favorite, you know, show or a story or an experience to share with the people, you know, what would it be? Sorry to put you on the spot, but
yeah. I mean, that's tricky because I have so many stories.
Just one that jumps out at you, like a funny one. I'm gonna make a drink. I'm listening. But I'm gonna make a drink. All right.
All right. So I think the best story is I have a business partner at the Waterhole. Her name's Kiki Sarko, and she was up and working for ALE, a wilderness therapy program, and I met her at the Waterhole. I was with her for a couple hours, and we ended up wrestling, and I broke her nose, and then took her into the bathroom to clean up and got my first kiss, and now 8-9 years later, we got it together. So I think that's definitely the main standout moment for me at the Waterhole.
Wow, so you broke her nose and then...
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild. Is Kiki there?
No, Kiki's not here. She ran home.
That's all right. I'm coming. Hang on. I had to replenish. Hang on. Okay. I'm back. All right. So how has this whole pandemic affected you and your business, and how have you guys been coping and adapting to it?
I think we've been trying to keep our spirits up. I think it's an interesting thing. We handled the first batch of closures just fine, and now as it's getting longer and longer, it's getting tougher. We were able to raise money through a program we call Community Supported Music. It's sort of like a CSA for food, but this is for live music and drinks, and people were able to invest in us, and we'll get 2 tickets or 4 tickets and 4 drinks, whatever, once a year for 5 years. And so if you follow the GoFundMe link that you put up, that's what you'll find is that program. And that really saved our ass. But, you know, it's difficult being, you know, I think in the best case scenario, hopefully we'll be able to start serving beer again in the middle of June. And best case scenario, hopefully we're going to be able to start music on July 1st. But those easily could get pushed back. So, you know, it's just important for everybody as reopening happens and as people are able to start traveling again and stuff to remember everybody that's still waiting it out.
Yep.
And, you know, we're barely, I feel like, halfway through our closure.
Yeah.
Right now, being a business that is solely based off of social gathering and togetherness.
Right.
You know, we're going to be at the end of the line for feeling normal again. And so we got a long way to go, but we have a very supportive community, and you know, we're going to get through it piece by piece, and we're excited to move forward. And you know, it's tricky planning the parties for the return and playing the music for the rest of the summer. I keep on trying to have high hopes and sort of cancel things 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But we're ready for this to all be over and move forward and start celebrating again.
Well, you guys have been doing like to go out the window, right? Like.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, it's sort of something to do and a way to get some cash off the shelves.
That's a little bit of something. And can people buy like merchandise online or anything? Or
yeah, you can certainly put up some. You can hit us up online, and we have some merchandise now. And once we wrap up the GoFundMe, we're going to be getting a couple other items in.
There's that GoFundMe too. Yeah, there's a GoFundMe link I put up with this video that you can go and check out. And congrats on that. You guys are almost there. You know, they need a little more help, folks. So if you got something you can throw in, help them out. It's an amazing place, and I highly encourage you to check it out and to send a little something if you can. So, but congrats on you know, making as much as you have so far. You know, you guys are doing good. It seems like a little further to go.
Yeah, lots of love and support around us. We're lucky to have a business that fosters community and can, you know, sort of have an outreach like that. I think there's a lot of small businesses in this country, retail, etc., that it's a little bit more difficult because, you know, with a bar, music venue, people literally spend every day with us, if not see us every week.
Right.
So we're able to community fundraise and stuff, and there's a lot of small businesses out there that don't have that. So I think it's important that everybody seek out, you know, any of the businesses around you that you appreciate and support during this hard time.
Right. Well, as soon as the Waterhole reopens, you know, make sure to go and support them. Make sure to go and you know, go see a show and buy some drinks and tip a little more than you might have because the folks bartending have been out of work for a while, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But man, I gotta say, I just like the Waterhole has been a big part of, you know, my musical journey, and like to go somewhere that's 6.5 hours away from home, and to have a crowd like we do there, and now we have more of a little bit of a dedicated following from doing, you know, partios and Winter Carnival there. It's just incredible, and the support that we find there is really humbling, and I just love the place, and I love the hospitality and how generous you guys are, and you're such great hosts, and thank you. And besides all of that, man, like Eric is a huge supporter of what I do, and without you, man, like I wouldn't have been able to get out there as much as I had. Like Eric helped me out so much when we wanted to start touring. You know, he literally held my hand and said, try this, try that, and some of it worked, and I got, you know, so much love for you for that, man. Thank you.
No problem. We love you guys, you know, and always love supporting people. We still talk about at least the Blind Albanian guys talk about the first time we saw Folk Faces. I think Tyler was 18 or 19 maybe. And it was at Fiddler's Picnic, and the sound guy was late to showing up, so Folk Faces had to play their set acoustic.
Yeah.
I remember we were impressed, you know, from day one, and it's been great to, you know, grow up in the scene with you guys, and it's great to experience us still being bands that are still going at it years and years later, and it's cool to see you guys go from being like a younger band to now being one of the mature bands in the scene, and you know, you certainly have worked your ass off, so it's cool to see.
Well, you have certainly helped out a lot, man, and yeah, I wanted to share this story. So I don't know, you guys can't see Eric, but you can see me. So imagine another long-haired, bearded guy, and I don't know, I don't think we look that much alike, but one time I was hanging out at Temple Bar in Rochester with Arthur, and somebody came up to us and was like, yeah, the Blind Owl Band, you guys rock, man, I love you guys. And so I signed your name, and I think that's pretty wild, and I started a hashtag I am Eric Munley. So, you know, you guys should use that hashtag, and Eric, have you ever been mistaken for me? Because I've been mistaken for you so many times.
Countless times I've been mistaken for you. It's interesting when you talk to a person and then it slowly unveils that they're actually talking about Tyler and not myself. So when they started talking about singing and this and that, I'm like, oh, Oh, saxophone player, not my band.
Oh.
So it's funny, but it's funny because I know enough about you that I can continue the conversation. And I typically invite them to your apartment, which is located right down the street from the Sportsman's Tavern.
Oh!
And, play all these fun games, and they're like, oh, okay, you just gotta roll with it, but it's a fun
6.5.
Aspect.
Oh, Scott.
You know when we were at the same festival,
yeah, for
sure,
Scott Huber says 6.5 hours, must be taking the long way. How long? It's like 5.5.
Probably, yeah. How long does it take you to get to Rochester?
Hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, so it's 4.5 exactly to Rochester.
Yeah, so it's like 5.5. Well, you gotta Scott, you gotta stop at Stewart's along the way. There's a couple of P stops. I don't know. I tend to exaggerate a little bit, so
yeah,
maybe I was wrong there. But Eric, thank you so much for talking to me today, and congratulations on 50 years and owning such a cool business, and congratulations on that GoFundMe doing so well, and people please support it and check it out, and thanks for talking to me today. I love you so much, man. Thanks for everything.
Hey man, thanks for highlighting venues. It's a super awesome thing that you're doing.
Oh,
as
no
a part
problem.
of this, and thanks for having me on.
Right on. Well, have a great day, buddy. See ya.
All right, love you, bye.
What a mensch, that guy. What a great guy that Eric is. Well, I'm gonna get back to playing a couple tunes. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. That was Eric Munley from the Blind Owl Band, the owner of the Waterhole. Cheers. Thanks, buddy. Shouts out to him and Kiki. Awesome people. Really awesome people. Here's a little tune. So we're talking about John Prine today, the late, great John Prine. Just a soldier on the way to Montreal. She pressed her chest against me. By the time the jukebox broke, she gave me a peck on the back of the neck. These are the words she said, blow up TV, throw away papers, move to the country, and build yourself a home. Plant a little garden, and try to eat a lot of peaches. Try and find Jesus on your own. For I knew that topless lady, she had something up her sleeve. She danced around the barroom and she did a hoochie coo. She sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. She said, blow up your TV, throw away your papers, move to the country, build yourself a home. Plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. I was young and hungry, just about to leave that place. Right when that topless lady, she looked me in my face. And I said, hey, you know the answer. She said, no, I don't, but I'll give it a try. Ever since that day, we've been living our way. And here's the reason why, because we blew up the TV, threw away our papers, moved to the country, and built ourselves a home. Plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches. They all found Jesus, had a lot of children on their own. They all found Jesus all on their own. Spanish Pipe Dream Massacre. Alright, I'm going to do one more tune and then give our super secret special guest a call and talk about John Prine a little bit with them. Dear Abby, my feet are too long, my hair is falling out, and my rights are all wrong. So my friends, they all tell me they ain't no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Sign. Bewildered, you have no complaints. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster. Listen up good, quit hoping on bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. My wife hollers at me and my kids are all freaks. Each side I wake up on's the wrong side of the bed. And if it weren't so expensive, I wish I was dead. Signed, unhappy. Unhappy, you have no complaints. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Quit hoping on bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, I never thought that me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We were sitting in the backseat just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and her pants around her knees. Signed, just married. Oh, I skipped one. Get back to just married, do you have no complaints? You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Quit hoping on bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, you won't believe this. My stomach makes noises when I kiss. My girlfriend, she tells me it's all in my head, but my stomach tells me to write you instead. Signed, noisemaker, you have no complaints. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. We're hoping on bad luck and knocking on wood. Signed, Dear Abby. Dear Abby. Alright, folks. I'm going to go back to the phones and call my super secret special guest now. And they don't even know I'm calling them. So you can't see me? Can you folks see me? Can you folks see me? Hello? Let me know if you can see me. Scott Calpin says he can't see me. Can you see me? Anybody out there? Hello in there. Alright, well I'm going to call my other super secret special guest.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Alright.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Todd.
How's it going?
I'm good.
Did you know that you were my super secret special guest?
No, I didn't.
Well, now you do. Welcome to Roots Music Wednesday with Tyler Westcott.
Thank you.
I wanted to call you because you're the one who taught me about John Prine.
I was singing right along with you.
Well, good. Yeah, I have vivid memories and of sitting in the or listening to you sing along in the kitchen, you know, and singing in the car, and so when did you first discover John Prine, or you know?
I was about 14, and my friend Jeff up at the cottage introduced me to John Prine. Yeah, I was pretty young. We know the cottage up there, and the Walkers were friends of our family, and Jeff's a couple of years older than me. He's like the same age as your Uncle Dave, and we all got to be really good friends, and Jeffrey was a big John Prine fan, so I've been a John Prine fan for a long time.
Yeah. How many times do you think you saw him?
I think the only time I saw him was with you.
Right.
I never saw him. You know, I'd listened to his music, but I don't think I ever saw him before that.
Yeah, we saw him in Ithaca at this theater.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a group of people with us. It was Gary and Judy and Jessen and
Dave Cato, I think.
Dave Cato,
yeah.
Yep. Maybe Dylan, too.
I remember we got lost in the parking garage and couldn't find our way out.
Was that before or after?
Afterward.
Well, that's because we had many drinks at the Chanticleer before the show, and then we had a few drinks during the show.
Yeah.
Man, that show was wild. I remember him coming out on stage, and everyone was super excited. And I remember the first song, he sounded a little bit rough.
Yeah, he forgot his own words because you were sitting down the road from me and you sat forward with your arms out like, what the hell?
Well, see, I do that all the time. It's fine to forget your own words. But yeah, I just remember he just seemed a little rough at first, and then he like just kind of, the second song he just snapped right into it and sounded great.
Yeah. And
the rest of the show was wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
he was, you know, getting up there at that time. I mean, well, he had to at least be in his 60s at that point.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, 5 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn is commenting. Dawn Dufresne from Naples is commenting, saying she was at that show as well. I think she met him out front. Isn't that right, Dawn?
Wow.
But
that's cool.
But yeah, I just wanted to call and talk to you about Prine, because you were the one who taught me him, and I have, you know, vivid memories of you singing along. Man, everybody loved John Prine, and even Grandpa loves John Prine. I remember him being like, "Who does that one again, Hal?" And even Grandpa liked John Prine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's not to love?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a great.
Well,
thank you for calling me. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, hey, love you, Mom. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later, okay?
Alrighty.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Super secret special guest, my mother, who originally got me into John Prine. Couple more tunes. I'm going to sing you a couple more tunes. What else do I got? Alright, I'm going to switch it back around. Thanks, you folks. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps focusing and refocusing. Not much I can do about that right now. But But I'm sorry that, you know, it's refocusing and focusing all these times, and I wish I could do something about that for you folks, but nothing to do about it now. So I'm gonna keep singing a couple more tunes for you. Got a couple more tunes for you folks. Maybe I'll try this. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I got a couple more tunes. Let's see here. This thing's a little janky. Pots and spoons and empty rooms, and it's raining out tonight. What a way to end the day by turning out the light. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm sending most of me to sunny countryside. Running through sky blue, rolling in the sun. Every day has a way of overflowing. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm keeping most of me in sunny countryside. Well, I don't know how I did that now. Wonder where it's gone. Must have spent the way I was waiting for the dawn. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm screaming, most of me in the countryside. Pots and spoons and empty rooms, and it's raining out tonight. Alright folks, I got one more tune for you. I'm gonna come and check the comments and say hello real quick, and then do one more song and then sign off. Yep, that's the new guitar. Yep, that's the new guitar. So how you folks doing? What are you drinking out there? Having myself a little White Russian. And it is delicious. I got one more tune for you all. I'd like to thank you all so very much for tuning in. And remind you that I'm doing this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the music of, thank you, Edward. I'm going to be doing the music of Blaze Foley and Townes Van Zandt. And I'm going to be, the venue spotlight next week is Nietzsches. And I'm going to have some more special guests I've talked to on the phone. And make sure to share this stream. It helps me out a bunch. And like all my social media pages. Appreciate it very much. And yeah, I love you and miss you all very much. Can't wait to perform for real. Nah, I'm yeah, Kiki, you know. Yeah, I'll play it next week, Kiki. Dawn's recovering from the 5th of May, she says. Oh boy, Dawn. I know that you make those mean margaritas. I miss hanging out with you, Dawn. I miss you. I wish you could buy me a drink too. Shout out to the Nielsen's. Oh, man. Well, cheers, folks. Yeah, Clay Pigeons will be next week, Kiki. Yeah, it was written by Blaze, but covered by Prine. Oh, I learned it. I know it. I'll play it for you next week. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to my special guest, Eric Munley. Check out the Blind Owl Band, and check out the Waterhole, and check out that GoFundMe link I posted, and buy some merch from the Waterhole, and like their social media pages, and watch them, and they are always hosting excellent live music, and the segue, and next week I'm going to be talking about Nietzsches. And love you too, Kiki. Shouts out to Kiki. Hashtag Kiki makes the best tacos. Hashtag. And next week be talking about Townes Van Zandt, Blaze Foley, and Nietzsches. And Nietzsches is actually hosted Townes Van Zandt one time in the 90s, and those two were friends, so I decided to pair them together. Not that they both don't have amazing songs of their own that could fill up an entire show, but I just figured it would be more fun to play both. And so I'm gonna do one more Prine tune and call it a night. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and tune in next week for Roots Music Wednesday, episode number 3, the music of Townes Van Zandt and Blaze Foley featuring Nietzsches. I'm gonna do one more song for you folks. Thanks. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. And tune in next week for Roots Music Wednesday, episode number 3. We're going to be talking about Blaze Foley and Townes Van Zandt. And featuring venue spotlight on Nietzsches. We'll have some more special guests. And thanks so much for tuning in. Everyone, have a wonderful day. I miss y'all very much. Have a good one. Cheers. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, everybody.